The Jays start this big road trip off on a heck of a good note. And my God, the offense aplenty from both teams. Final score was 18-11. Insane. The Jays had 21 hits. They had something fairly close to that. Or maybe not as much, but they had something fairly close to that in this one. By the way, before we go any further, if there are any Yankee fans coming on here, first off, congrats on the dub tonight. That's insane. Stand walk-off, Judge 60, insane stuff. By the way, how about them New York Giants? I'm loving it. 2-0 for the first time since 16. We're loving every second of it, Giant fans. Anyways, let's get back to baseball, shall we? With this win today for the Toronto Blue Jays, before we get into the game itself, obviously they win 18-11 and they are back to 20 games over 500, which is that high water mark of the year. With that dub, and the Rays losing, or they lost 5-0. The Jays now have a 2-game lead over the Tampa Bay Rays, and more importantly, a 2-loss gap. And obviously the most important of all, the Baltimore Orioles. They lost again to the Tigers. I believe they lost 11-0 yesterday, and they lost 3-2 today. So with that loss for the O's, the Jays are now 7.5 up in the Orioles, the biggest we've had since it was like flipping earlier in the season when they were dog water. And with that, the Jays' magic number to clinch a playoff spot is down to 8. Yeah, Jays fans, we're getting there. We can see the finish line. We know it's there. And with the Orioles scuffling and the Jays still winning ball games, it's looking good, but we ain't there yet. Now, let's break down this ball game. Let's run through the scoring quickly, shall we? Top of the first inning, Matt Chapman gets it started, 3-run shot. Vladdy gets on base and a horrendous throw from Stott at short. He gets to second base. Kirk walks. Great to see him back in the lineup. And then Chappie goes deep off of Kyle Gibson. His first hit off of Kyle Gibson in his career. And it's a 3-run bomb. Jays lead at 3-0. We go to the top of the second inning. George Springer hits an RBI single. Danny Jansen comes in to score, 4-0. Then Kirk hits an RBI single. Kevin Biggio comes in to score. It's 5-0 Blue Jays. All right? Top of the third inning rolls around. Geno, RBI double. In comes Teoscar Hernandez, and it's 6-0 Blue Jays. Meanwhile, Ross Stripling through 3 innings and phenomenal stuff. Gives up his RBI single to Stott in the 4th inning, scoring Bryce Harper. And he allows 1 run. It's 6-1 Blue Jays in the bottom of the 4th. We go to the top of the 5th inning. The Jays grab that one right back. Danny Jansen, it's an RBI single. Matt Chapman comes in to score. He doubled in that inning. And the Jays are now leading 7-1. You're feeling pretty good. Well, bottom of the 5th happens. And then Guthrie hits a solo bomb off of Stripling. Then Stripling just can't get outs. Hoskins hits an RBI double. Veerling scores. Harper hits an RBI single. Schwarber scores. And just like that, they are right back in this ball game, and they go to Zach Pop. Well, then Real Muto, I don't know how he got this ball in the right field, but he gets a bloop single in the right. In comes Rhys Hoskins, and just like that, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 7-5 ball game, and they have 2 on and nobody out. Stripling didn't get an out in that inning, and the time runs at first. What the hell happened? Well, Zach Pop goes out there, and he gets one guy. Big timeout. Huge. And then he gets a line ball to straightaway center field. Springer makes the play, but Bryce Harper, he takes off right on the hit. And I don't know why he does. Maybe he thought it was 2 out initially. Maybe he thought the Springer was playing somewhere else, and it wasn't right at him. It was to the gap. Or I don't know what he thought. But it's a line drive right at Springer. Flipping Harper's halfway to third. Springer fires a second, gets the double play, and it stays 7-5. They had 2 on, nobody out there, and they could not capitalize. Zach Pop's pumped on the mound because he does a great job getting through that, and it stays 7-5 through 5. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Jays aren't done. Alejandro Kirk gets an RBI ground out. Where the hell am I here? George Springer comes in to score, and the Blue Jays get another run. It's now 8-5, and we can feel like a little bit of relief. Okay, got to run back. We're good, right? We go to the next half inning, and Zach Pop, 1, 2, 3. Massive job there. Top of the 7th inning, Raimel Tapia, RBI triple. Teoscar Hernandez comes in to score. As he had another double in this game. He had at least 2 or 3. Might have had 3 doubles in the game to Taylor. He had at least 2. And then on a wild pitch, Raimel Tapia comes in to score because I guess Real Muto didn't want to try and block that ball. They scored 2 more there, and it's now 10-5 Blue Jays. You know, and then what else happened here? My list goes right down. It's pretty crazy. I'll show you guys at the end of this. My notes, because I write down every play down my sheet of paper here. The last note, and is at the very bottom, I couldn't fit any more, was the last run of the ball game. I'll show you that in a second here. But top of the 8th inning, Teoscar Hernandez, RBI single, Bo Bichette comes in to score. Then Ryan Tapia gets another extra base hit. He hits a 2-run double. Chapman and Alejandro Kirk come in to score. And then Kevin Gausman gets an RBI ground out. Teo scores, and I've lost count. I think it's 14. Was it 14 at this point? No. Was it 14? Screw it. I don't know what hell. I think I'm right, actually. I think it was 14 to 6, 5? 14-5? Yeah, we were up by 9. I got it, 14-5. Okay, we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Ben Merriweather comes out. Everything's falling apart for the guy. I want to have a chat with you guys about him in a bit. Guthrie walks with the bases loaded. Nobody out. They score a run. Real Muto scores. It's now an 8-run ball game. Long way to go, but Jesus, Murphy, let's get some outs here. Then Veerling gets in the fielder's choice. Alec Boehm comes in to score. And Schwarber. It's a 3-run shot off of Merriweather, and it's now 14-10. What the hell is happening right now? If 24 runs have been scored, it's crazy. They bring up David Phelps. He gets the final out. We're all good to go. Top of the 9th inning, Espinal hits an RBI single, the first at bat of his ball game. He gets a hit, and Bo Bichette comes in to score. Then Jackie Bradley Jr. comes off the bench, and off of Brad Hand of all people, it's a 3-run shot. Espinal and Moreno came on to pinch run, and he's a 3-run shot to JBJ, and the Jays lead at 18-10, and we're like, oh, this is beautiful. Then the bottom of the 9th inning, Real Minter's a solo shot, making 18-11, and that is it. God, I'm exhausted. 29 runs I had to talk about there. Crazy stuff. Let's get to the offensive stats, shall we? And these are fun. 2 for 5 for George Springer. Scored a run, had an RBI, and walked once. Got on base 3 to 6 times he came to the plate. Nice job. And it's crazy. With all that offense, Vladdy and Bo combined for 2 hits. Nuts. Kirk, 3 for 5 with 2 runs, 2 RBIs, and a walk. Great stuff. Chapman, 2 for 4, 3 runs scored, 3 RBIs, and a home run. Teo, 4 for 5, 3 runs scored, and RBI. That's a big day for him. He's been struggling offensively, so to see him get some extra base hits and have a 4-hit day, really nice job for Teo. And the bottom of the lineup doing what they've been doing lately. Ryan Tapia filling in admirably with Lourdes Gurriel Jr. being out of the lineup. He went 2 for 6 in the game with a run scored and 3 RBIs, and Danny Jansen went 3 for 6 with a run scored and 2 RBIs. He has been phenomenal lately. It's great. He's been great all year long. Just hasn't really played much because he's been injured. But really nice job for Jano today. Except for that strikeout. That's nasty from Stott. Or not Stotts. You guys may be able to tell me who's that guy, the backup catcher that pitched? I can't remember what his name was. Garrett Stubbs. There we go. He's the one that pitched. You throw him 39 eephuses, and then you fire 84 at the bottom of the zone. Come on now. Either way, though, Jenna with a great night in the office. 21 hits for the Blue Jays today. They strike out 8 times, and they walk 3 times. Let's get to the pitching staff, which wasn't great for the most part. Ross Stripling struggled. A lot of hard contact he was giving up today. 4 hits allowed, or 4 innings pitched, 9 hits, and 5 runs earned, 3 Ks. Some balls were getting hit at right at guys as well, so it didn't look great for him today. But again, 1 outing, you can't get mad at the guy. He'll bounce back. We're not worried about that. Zach Pop, phenomenal job from him today. Getting out of that little bit of a sticky situation there in a 2-run ball game with a tying run on base, right? Huge stuff there. 2 innings, the 1 hit. It was a little blooper from, I think it was Real Mute. I'm not even going to try and find that in my notes. And he had a couple strikeouts as well through 2 solid innings. Tim Meza did a great job in his inning of work. No base runners and a couple strikeouts. And Julian Merriweather went 2/3 an inning, 3 hits, 5 runs, a strikeout, and 2 walks. Not good at all. David Phelps went out there. He went, I think it was an inning and a third, I believe. I didn't actually write his notes down, unfortunately. Shame on me. I think he went like an inning and a third, or an inning and a third, I believe it was. And allowed the solo shot to Real Muto. I believe that was the only hit allowed. I don't think he had any strikeouts. He may have had 1. I don't know. Now let's get to the stuff, the in-depth stuff. And I don't have too much time to talk about it, but let me talk about it. Julian Merriweather, okay? He has stuff, and it's so frustrating. But when you're a reliever, you don't need 4 pitches. I saw him throw a breaking ball, a slider, a few times a changeup, and his fastball. You don't need 4. You may be brought up as a starter before, but you've had Tommy John, twice? Or at least once. And you haven't been able to stay healthy. Focus on smaller things. For me, you had a fastball that can touch 99. You have a changeup that touches 82. Those 2 pitches could be elite. Problem with your fastball, though, it's flat as hell. It's flat. So for me, in the offseason, I'd love to see Pete Walker, pitching staff, whatever, try and get Merriweather to get some little movement, whether it's some cutting action. Because Jays fans, I brought on my bat for two reasons. One, when you're a big leaguer, and when you get a fastball that's flat, you're going to barrel it up 95% of the time. Hence why his ERA is just terrible. It's terrible. Because you can barrel up anything, right in this general area. You can just crush something like that. But if you throw a fastball at 99 with a little bit of cut, more or less to, let's say, righties, and it's going away from them, from that barrel, right, and it's not hitting there, it's more or less at the butt end. So instead of that being a shot, it's a fly ball to left, a fly ball to center, a fly ball to right. Or, a ground ball to third, short, second, a playable ball. Instead of just being a line drive, line drive, line drive. If it's in the air, it's a shot. You don't want any of that stuff. You get a little movement on that fastball. Your changeup is phenomenal. We've seen it so often. The guy who walked, who was that? Guthrie. The first pitch he threw to the guy was a changeup at 82. He waved on it like an idiot. Did he throw him another one? No. It's like, why not? You throw your breaking ball and slider, you can't throw for strikes. So it's like stuff like that. I'm like, you eliminate one of those damn off-speed pitches. Focus on getting some movement on that fastball and that changeup. Just flip and use it. It's nasty when you use it. But in my opinion, I've seen enough of Julian Merriweather this year. So what that means to me is the Jays got to go to the bullpen down in AAA. And if you might know where I'm going with this, Jays fans. But Nate Pearson, and people are going to see me, oh yeah, Nate Pearson. And look, I'm with you. I know. We all know what we've been dealing with Nate Pearson when it comes to injuries and all the hype up. Can be back. Yeah, he's injured again. Look, yes, I'm with you guys. It sucks. But the guy's healthy right now. He's thrown 8 games in AAA, so he's thrown 8 in a row. He's gone 9 2/3 and has 13 strikeouts. Why not give it a shot? This would be the time to do so. Julian Merriweather is kind of in that same spot as, Pearson would be. Merriweather hasn't been great, doesn't have the swing and miss stuff, or at least isn't using it. Why not give another guy a shot? Final few weeks of the year, give him an opportunity. That's just my take. I want to get your guys' thoughts in the comments. Go nuts down there. That's, I guess, Seattle's probably going to win today. They have Luis Castillo going on the mound against Oakland, so that's probably going to happen there. But the Jays did their job. They're 2 up on Tampa, 7.5 up on the Orioles, still 5.5 back to the Yankees. But, and even if Seattle does win, we still have a 1.5 game lead over them. You did what you needed to do today. You did your job. You got a little bit of help in the out-of-town scoreboard, but you did what you needed to do. Game 2 and the finale of this 2-game set against the Philadelphia Phillies goes tomorrow night, same time, I believe, 6:45 first pitch there in Philly. Zach Wheeler gets the start. We're not really sure how long he'll go because he's just coming off the injury. They'll probably piggyback him with Noah Syndergaard, so we'll see how that goes. And Kevin Gausman gets for the start for the Blue Jays, and that's a very important start for him because his last couple outings, he began up quite a few home runs, and home runs with guys on base. So let's see how it plays tomorrow because that's a very good hitting team that can hit the home runs. So we'll see what happens, though. Gausman against Zach Wheeler is a starting pitching matchup tomorrow night. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and you enjoyed the game today because it was very entertaining, smack the like button. Do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not already, comment down below thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? The Twitter link is down below. Follow, send me a DM to that great stuff. The Instagram link is also down below, so follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys, of course, tomorrow night. Jays edition. Game 2 of the 2-game set against the Phillies. Zach Wheeler, Kevin Gausman is a pitching matchup. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the ball game tonight. Talk to you guys then.